I'm Bill Prey. I'm from Salem, Utah. This is a 1966 Chevy C20. My wife and I received it as a wedding gift 34 years ago from my father, and it was our daily driver for the first few years of our marriage, and finally started having problems, and I parked it for about 25 years. Couldn't bear to get rid of it, and then we finally had the opportunity a few years ago to get it into a local shop and do a restore on it. And so it took us a couple of years to get it restored, but we just got it out of the shop 6 months ago, and now it's back looking really good. It's what's called a resto mod. We dropped in an LS engine with a 6-speed transmission, so it's all modern in the mechanics, but we tried to keep the outside looking original, just like it was the day it came off the factory floor. So you've got the I guess the easiest place to start is the engine. You've got the LS engine, all brand new, all modern. That has less than a couple hundred miles on that engine. Gets to about 25 miles per gallon, believe it or not. We had to do a restore on the front fenders and the front grille. Of course, were all old and needed to be replaced. But this is the original hood. We kept the original paint scheme on it, but added the modern purling in it so you get the sparkle effect on it. In the cab, we added air conditioning and power steering, of course, disc brakes. We did do a custom panel underneath. You can see here this custom panel. That custom panel the shop made is just wonderful because it gives us a way to do the air conditioning. And if you look at the old factory ones, they were just these ugly black boxes that were mounted in there. Also gave me a way to keep my original instrument cluster and then add my new instrument cluster for the new engine. In the back in the bed, we of course restored the bed, oak bed with a dark walnut stain to match with the cab and the color scheme there. We also moved the gas tank from behind the front seat, which is not safe, to back here underneath the bed, and we added the gas cap right here on the wheel well. That was our shop restore because my wife's short and it makes it really easy for her to fill it up. Then on the back, we took away the old chain latches, and they retrofitted a 1969 Chevy normal latch on it, just like you'd see. And then on the back bumper and the back piece here, we flipped the bumper upside down because these usually have gaps right here out of the factory. And we had this custom piece built to fill it in to make it look better than it did when it rolled off the factory. So that's the truck.
I purchased this car about 21 years ago, and I've had it in my home for quite some time. I started working on it probably about 15 years ago, piece by piece. The parts for it are very expensive and very rare, and so I end up having to just do it piecemeal as I could. I paid for it as I went along, so I don't owe anything on it anymore. And I enjoy it. My wife says that I can tell when you've driven it because you come home smiling. I don't know anything. It's a 1976. This is number 303 of 434 that came into the country that year. I've modified it slightly to ensure the engine lasts a long time. But the engine's been completely rebuilt along with everything else in the car. It was repainted, but it was painted in the same color that it started with. There is no rust, which is unique for these cars. I don't know that I want to sell this one that much. It would take quite a bit to pry it out of my hands. I love it.
name's Jordan Simmons. I got a Frankenstein together Beetle, multiple different years put it together. Basic motor and trans setup, 5-speed. It's got 2 Digital Designs 18s, about 20,000 watts on the stereo. Gets a little loud and it's fun. Little hodgepodge together rat rod Beetle. Come check it out. So inside you've got a 6th order bandpass for 2 18s, bunch of sound deadener, a little bit of concrete in the floors. And then up in the roof rack, you've got a battery bank on the front one. Get over here to flip this up. And then 2 amplifiers for the subs in the back rack. Whole bunch of sky-high car audio wiring. Custom built bracket for a 320 amp Toyota alternator, and it's a little bit of fun car audio stuff.
Name's Ed Creer. Back in high school, we used to go to the drags a lot, and this is one of the cars we used to watch. It was F.G. Ferry and Sons race car, and at a later date I had a chance to buy it. And the picture that you see in front of the car is a picture of me and Jim Nelson and Keith James when we were seniors in high school, standing by the car at the Bonneville drag strip. So I've owned the car for maybe the last 15 years, and I was interested in the car the moment I seen it because I recognized the car and had watched it race over the years, and thought it'd be a good investment car, so purchased it and had it ever since. Well, the car's pretty much exactly the way it was when we watched it race in 1967 while we were seniors in high school. So car was stored for many years, and I haven't changed it a lot just because it's got, it's a historic car, race car, and haven't done hardly anything to it at all, except for try to maintain it. See right here on F.G. Ferry's right here. But I think Alicia was powered by a Buick motor. I think they blew the Buick motor up, and that's why they were selling the car. I put a 428 Police Interceptor motor in it, and a C6 transmission, a 9-inch positive traction rear end. So that's basically what the car is, and it's a lot of fun. You don't have to wash it never been washed since I bought it, and I've had it 10 years, so just wipe the dust off it. It's good to go.